Bit of a change in the weather. Morning, girls. Morning. Coming up. Come on. We get surprised by an egg, girlies. Did you? Good morning, good morning. It has been a bit of a weird week. So last vlog, the weather was magnificent. It was hot, it was sunny. The greenhouse got to like 43 degrees. And now that's not the case. Although today it is sort of sunny and cloudy. Like I was up here yesterday, actually, I'll just show you. Gah, what is this? What is this? We've just come up to pick some dinner. And it's snowing. This is the first glimpse of snow I've seen the whole year, and after that amazing weather last week. Ah! God, it's coming down. Yeah, this isn't right. Okay, so it's not Narnia, I'll give you that. It's not exactly like we're 10 foot under, but still, come on. It was like shorts weather last week. Okay, but the main key thing is I actually remembered the drill this morning, which I forgot the last couple of mornings, which means that I can get the compost area sorted. I can just get the fronts on, which means I can move all that stuff that I've got stacked against them to stop them falling. I can get that all sorted this morning. So that's what we're really here for today. It's going to be a really interesting editing job because the sun, it's like really, some of the clouds that are up there are really, really dark, but they're quite small. So it's going like bright sun, dark cloud, bright sun, dark cloud, bright sun. And then because of the time of year it is, as soon as the sun comes out, it's boiling, hats off, coats off, all the rest of it. And 30 seconds later, it's coats on, hats on, the whole works. So the editing is going to be interesting on this one. Anyway, that is the first thing I'm going to go and do now. That bit's not ideal, but as you saw, like this bit's really rotten and I don't have any more planks that are long enough to go across the whole stretch, so I'm just going to leave that as it is for the moment. Try not to like catch our knees. We don't really need to be doing anything with this side now, so it's not like that's going to be right in the way. And when I get some more OSB board, I'll cut it to the actual right size and we won't have that bit sticking out. Right, next up I'm going to move some of the slabs that that were the outside of where they were before, so they're kind of coming in a snake that way, and I want them to be in a snake that way. So I want to have this layer of stones out the front here, so like just 2 deep on these little paving slabs, because this is going to be quite a high traffic area and I really don't want the area in front of the compost to be just kind of a mud bath. But underneath where I'm laying them is mostly sort of wood, and there's bits of rock and stuff under there which I can't flatten out enough to lay these in some sort of perfect patio style. So a bit like how they were before, I'm just laying them straight on top of what's here. I'll flatten it out as much as I can, but I'm laying them just straight down, and then footfall and over time they'll just kind of settle on their own and they'll be relatively flat. Actually, while I'm doing this bit, look at some of the other things we did this week and I'll get on with this. Whew. Yes, that time has come, chaps. The clocks have gone forward. I'm just adjusting the clock outside the shed, although one-handed isn't as easy as I'd imagined. Yeah, so we are into lighter evenings, and not without having any curtains in the bedroom, it means I get to sleep in an extra hour in the morning. Beautiful. Right, just close this up and we're good to go. Definitely feels like spring. Morning, chaps. So clocks went back yesterday and today is no longer spring. Clocks have gone back and all has changed. I'm up here picking some pak choy and purple sprouting. Also got some spring onions to get.
You've got to hold them up above the bin, though.
I will bring them over to show off.
Well, that'll be lovely. Oh, they're perfect, darling, aren't they? Oh, they'll be lovely. Oh, oh.
What's this? Can you see the snow?
It's all over you, darling. It's all over you.
Get that in there. Okay,
that's it.
Let's bugger off home. Actually, we're just about to head off and go and hide from this weather, and now it's starting to clear up again and the sun's out. But I think we're going to head off anyway. We made a good choice. It is back to snow and sleet, and the tomato seedlings are sat here on the floor in the sitting room looking out the window thinking, thank goodness we're not out there. Aren't you, tomatoes? That looks a bit better, doesn't it? No snow, at least. Okay, we are on our way. Oh, a stagger I'm doing. Pardon? I'm staggering, I said. We are on our way out for lunch. It is my birthday and we're going somewhere that I've wanted to go for about probably 20 years. So, yeah. Thanks, Mum.
Look up, just to keep looking down in case she falls over.
Well, they've had a couple of trees come down there. On the 3rd of April. So we're actually going to the River Cafe, and it's nuts that we haven't been there before, because it's really not very far away from us. It's only just up in Hammersmith, and we've had River Cafe cookbooks, which was like Ruth Rogers and Rose Gray. We've had them forever, and yeah, basically I just can't believe we haven't been here before. But this is where we're going for my birthday lunch, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Unfortunately for you, I'm not going to film anything when I'm inside the restaurant, because I just don't want to be that person who's got their phone out on the table when you're having a nice lunch. So we're going to go in, have lunch, and I will tell you about it afterwards. Okay, it was as good as I was expecting. So the River Cafe is called the River Cafe because it's on the river. So we've just come out here for a breath of fresh air because we've eaten so much and had a good few glasses of wine. But yeah, it was exceptional. Really, really good. Hand cut, freshly made pasta. I had rabbit and broad bean ragu and these compressed tomatoes that were just out of this world. And it was fantastic. If you need any more clues as to what kind of a place this is, just have a look at this. Beautiful. This is their little front border to their garden. Look at that. They've got red mustard growing in the border. I mean, could it be any better? Welcome back, folks. I had such a good birthday. It was really lovely. River Cafe did not disappoint. Anyway, I've got my slabs in. They are about as flat as I'm going to get them, and over time they'll just settle in and then they'll be perfect. Now all I've got to do is sort out all of this junk. There's just masses of it. Okay, while I've been doing this, Mum is actually starting to put some of the potatoes in bags, like for the outside ones. You know, we've had the ones growing in the greenhouse for a couple of weeks now, but she's doing the outside ones and she's run out of compost mix. So I'm going to mix her up a 50-50 split of well-rotted horse manure and some of our own compost. Mix it up for her, take it down there, and then she can get on with that. Oh, it's all go, it's all go. Hey Button, what are you doing? Hey Button. Okay, have a look at this. So this is something Johanna's made. It is for Wrens. So we've got to hang it up somewhere, but she said the best way it needs to face is northeast. So let me just see which way northeast. No, okay, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Round that way. Okay, so it needs to be somewhere in that direction. So that's actually not wildly convenient. We've got loads of, like we've got honeysuckles and all that kind of stuff, which would be perfect to put it in, but they're all facing exactly the wrong direction. So you have to think about this. So the allotment faces, so kind of we look out this way, which is like that, out into the open air, and we kind of put a barrier along this side, you know, because we're on the path and we're next to the school and that kind of thing. So we put a barrier that side, but that barrier is all facing south, which works very well for us because we catch the sun. It also means that we can have things around the edges and it doesn't interrupt the sun for our neighbours, but it does mean not so good for northeast facing cover. So I'm gonna have a bit of a nose around. Actually, the camellia up where I was just doing the compost, that is facing the right direction, but I don't know if I don't know if there's a branch strong enough in there for me to attach it to, or if it's tall enough. I'm going to try looking up at that camellia, but I think it's probably going to be around that corner. I think it probably is, and we'd have to cut quite a hole in the camellia. And what we really want is for stuff to be growing around it. So we're going to have a look at the bit round the corner. Here, I could attach it
To that, yes.
to that, and then this could grow up around it. I might attach it between these two. So I've got one hole on there and one hole on here, and then I can just drill through on the other side and fix the roof.
Yep.
So currently it doesn't have any thing that I can sort of attach it to, so I'm going to just put a couple of the little corner pieces on there. So I need some small screws so that they don't stick through into, is that one small? No, that one, ouch, that's tiny. It might be, it's got a very small head, but it's a bit long. So I'm going to use a couple of these. I'm just going to put them on either side of the box so that I can, you know, attach it up to the wall. But that one, no, you see, I think that's going to be too long. It's going to stick in too far. But these ones look just about perfect. Yeah, they're fine. Lovely. I'll use them, I think. Beautiful. Just having a warm up, but this was another birthday present. Have a look at this. Where is it? Yeah. So I don't know if you know chicken bovril. For anybody who doesn't have chicken bovril in their lives, it's like, I don't know how you describe it. Do you know normal bovril? Like it's like a beef stock type thing that you mix in with water. You can make gravy out of it, or it makes like a really good hot drink. Well, they discontinued chicken bovril fairly recently, and there's an enormous outcry. It's you know, it's going for big money, and Pat, who I went looking for ransoms with last week, came up with the goods. Yeah, so I'm going to have a birthday bovril session now, and then it's going to be kept for specials. I've eaten the whole lot. Have you? Mum's a chocolate fiend, so she's got a cup of coffee, and I bought her a picnic at the garage this morning. You know, picnic like the chocolate bars that have got like raisins and nuts in it. It's gone. Oh yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Fab. So we had to get a bit creative to get it facing northeast by putting this like diagonal panel in, but I'm pretty happy with that. Tell you what I'm not that happy about. You know, we've had this terrible cold weather. Well, some of these flowers I know had gone already when we had the cold wind. But some of them, like some of this is still looking okay. Look, if I could just get this blooming camera to focus. Let me try the other way. Sorry about this, chaps. Come on. Okay, so you see how that one's really green at the bottom there? He's good. He's still fine. But there's a couple on here that clearly aren't. Like that one, no, it's gone black. And when I've been eyeing these up most of the morning, that one's a goner. You see how it's kind of lost its bright green? I'm not too disheartened. I mean, we've still got a bit of cold weather to come, but loads of these are still looking perfect. Like that one's still good. And there's loads much higher up that are still looking fine. But, I really hope we get some apricots this year. Hey, Bertha? Bertha needs a bit of help, I think. You right, Lil? Imagine having to groom with hair like that with your tongue. I find it hard enough with a brush and my hair. Hey, Lil? So something else I got for my birthday. Look at this beauty. It is an iris called Black Swan. And it's going to go in somewhere around the pond. So you know we've got a couple of other irises in there. Do you remember last year? I'll see if I can find the footage of the iris that was a complete surprise. If I can, it's going to be on your screen now. Yeah, so gorgeous. And we've got some standard blue ones, which actually, I have to, when we get home, I will show you what's happening in the front garden. So, you know, I did like a bit of a, it wasn't necessarily a makeover so much, but it was like all the stuff was already there, but we kind of shuffled it so it was a bit more organised and put in some grasses. Well, it's looking really nice and the irises are out. So let me, I've got like, just note to self, when we get home, show you the iris at home. But this is the current star iris and it's going to go in somewhere next to the pond. I'm just looking at spaces because the far side is where we've got the irises currently, but that's where I'm going to be doing like the new shape of the bed. I don't know whether to put it on this side so we've got irises on both sides. I don't know. And it's sleeting again. This weather. Actually, so you know I was mixing up the compost for Mum to do the potatoes. Let me go and show you what she's done because she's been a busy bee. This is the third barrow mix that I've done, so she's flying through them. And we are putting them outside the greenhouse again this year. This is where we moved them to last year. We started off with them under the arches, but it didn't really work. So they are back down here. How are they looking?
The potatoes started.
Well, hey. So who have we got?
We've got 2 lots of Sagitta and 3 lots of Casablanca.
Fantastic.
So it's 2, 2 and 1 in the Casablanca. We're going to test about the bags, and then we've got 2 and 2.
Fantastico.
And we've got another 2 of the Sagitta to go in, and then we've got the others.
Well, potatoes are off. Those labels that I bought from Wilko's, the big ones, come in very handy. So we've got Casablanca. This one should be Casablanca too. Yep. And then we've got some Sagitta. Last year we rolled the tops of the bags down to make them half bags, but we found that the things were getting inside and we couldn't get out them. So like slugs and snails and stuff were hiding right wrapped up inside and we couldn't get to them. So this year we're just doing a simple like a half fold down and see if that makes slug detection any easier.
Oh, it looks terrific. It looks really good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it grows again too, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Yeah.
Gorgeous. It does.
As well as the chard. What we're going to eat, find something, lots of things to eat with pak choy actually.
Yeah. Pretty quickly.
Wonderful. Yes.
Lovely. Okay.
Is that it?
Yep. It's quite chilly. How gorgeous are these though? Look at those stems. Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah. Windy. We've got some celebrating to do this evening, so we are going to head off. Okay, we're home, and before we crack open the fizz, I'm just going to show you the front garden and the iris in particular. So, do you remember I kind of moved a lot of this stuff around so that we had a clear path going around the kind of the centre thing? And pretty much everything's taken. I'm quite pleased with it. Just have a look at this iris. It's flopped over slightly, unfortunately, which is a shame. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And that one, they're both flopped over. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, so all of the lickness that I moved and everything around there has taken. We planted a lot of grasses, and I think only one of them hasn't survived, and that was this one. Well, yes, that sort of says it already, doesn't it? That isn't looking too hot, so that's a goner. But all the rest of them have taken. We've got there's reds and greys and green versions, and when they get bigger, that should be really lovely. And the tree is in flower at the moment. It's an amazing cherry. It flowers twice. You get a winter flush and then a spring flush as well. So pretty. It's a bit of a weird shaped tree, to be honest, but we're not going to get rid of it because of the flowers. It's just such good value. Twice a year for a big flush of flowers is gorgeous. And then this is the bit at the front. So the Albrecia is looking stunning, so bright. The Convolvulus is flowering. Yeah, all looking pretty good actually. And eventually, when the stuff at the back there grows up nice and tall, it will cover that metal box, which would be nice because it's pretty ugly. And now I think some reminiscing over the previous vlogs, because this is 104. It's 2 years.
Nobody mentioned the hall.
Yeah, Dingo. Ready? Woo! So, episode 104. 2 years we've been playing this Tuesday game, chaps. So I've been going through some of the old footage. I mean, it's absolute chaos. I don't have it all stored neatly in folders, so it's a bit difficult to find anything that you're actually looking for. But what I did find was my first end piece, you know, the bit where I have a chat with a glass of wine. I found my first one that I did for that first episode, and it took me right back because it was right at the beginning of lockdown. Yeah, so I'm just going to play that for you first. And then we'll have a look at some other events that have happened over the 2 years. Hi. I'm trying a slightly new format at the moment. Obviously, hi. I'm trying a slightly new format. I'm going to do a Tuesday to Tuesday vlog of what I've been up to on the plot. One thing each day that I've been up to. So hopefully they'll give you a bit more of an insight into what we're doing. It will either be all the things I'm up to are either going to be here at the house or up at the allotment. Obviously they're the only two places I am at the moment because we are in lockdown. The allotment is only a 3-minute walk from here, and the only danger points we have are the lock to get in, to get through the gate, and where the taps turn on for the hoses. But we are all being very sensible up there and staying well away from each other, the few of us that are actually up there. And there's lots of sort of hand soap around, and everybody's spraying everything when they use it. Obviously, So these videos are going to run Tuesday to Tuesday every week with a release date on the Tuesday afternoon. If you are interested in following along, please hit the subscribe button and you'll get a little ding when the new one's released. in the meantime, I best get on with it, really. How awkward was that? Yeah, but it's so weird hearing myself talk about what those days were like, those early days at the allotment when we just had the lockdown, because first off, we didn't know whether we were allowed to be at the allotment. Turns out we were. And yeah, it was just such a strange time. So while Mum and I drink the rest of this bottle, let's have a look what's happened over the past 2 years. So we have a new pear tree on the plot. This is a conference pear. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way, quick. Hi, apologies, I am really sweaty. It is so hot in here. I'm well aware that this probably isn't as exciting for you lot as it is for me, so I'm probably not going to do that much filming, because otherwise I would just film absolutely everything. Like every branch with a bit of snow on it is exciting for me at the moment. Don't mind me. I'm just going to sit here in the shade and eat radish seed pods for a bit, I think. Maybe I should put the kettle on. I'll just sit here for a bit, I think. Happy? Very happy. But between opening the car and now when we're trying to drive away, we've somehow misplaced the car keys. So we're going to empty the car again and see if we can find them. Well, this is Alex's allotment site, not this like wild, not the wildflowers behind me, but the actual site. That's quite nice actually. And then they do them loose as well.
Allows them to study the beginnings of like growth again.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rome's mum's got some horses.
There could have been a Jewish festival.
Hello YouTube. Horror. Yes, beautiful girlie. Let me show you what we found when we got up here this morning.
Even his nanny was taller than me, which was a very odd thing for me to be, but his parents were so much taller than me, and then the grandparents as well.
And particularly the last 2 years, being able to share what we're doing on the allotment with everybody on YouTube has been incredible. But yeah, what a busy week. We had clocks going back, we had Mother's Days, we had birthdays. Talking of birthdays, a little bee tells me that there is a Freya who is turning 7 this week, which is pretty exciting. So happy birthday to you, Freya. So 2 years ago, wow, it was really strange watching that that like first end piece. So strange thinking about those times. I just lost my job. I had no furlough, nothing. I was just completely in limbo, and we had that incredible spring. And I'm just starting this channel. I had no concept that this was going to become such a big part of my life 2 years later. It's amazing to think about it. I was just planning to do those few video diaries Tuesday to Tuesday while we were in lockdown. Firstly, we had no idea that 2 years later this COVID thing would still be going on. I'm glad we didn't know. That would have just been too awful. But I just had no idea what I was starting, what I was getting into. But it's been amazing. And actually, this is Tuesday morning. I'm re-recording this because I had an absolute mare yesterday. All the end piece, like 2/3 of the vlog, just managed to delete itself when I was editing it yesterday. Just as I was getting to the finishing line to put it up for my wonderful patrons. So the people who support me on Patreon are unbelievable. Normally I put the vlog up 24 hours earlier for them so they get to watch it without adverts. Just for that first 24 hours before I put it up on YouTube proper on Tuesday. But yesterday, just as I was preparing to upload it, like I was just doing the last little bits and pieces, and then it just vanished. But yeah, so this is Tuesday morning. I want to say a huge thank you to them because I had to like say I'm really sorry, there's going to be no vlog 24 hours early today. I'm currently like slamming my fist through the screen of my iPad. No iPads were hurt in the making of this, I promise. The Monday Clubbers who didn't get to be in Monday Club this week, I'm sorry about that. You're so understanding. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. My message at the end of this, essentially, chaps, is just thank you. Thank you to my patrons, because they have allowed me to continue making videos. They've really made it a much more stable situation so that I can carry on, which is wonderful. But essentially, everybody who watches every single week, just thank you so much. It's amazing. And looking back at that first video, I just think, wow, I had no idea. I had no idea. I've met some incredible people through playing this game with you. It's incredible, and I've been sent some amazing things, seeds, and the cheers sign that's in my shed makes me smile every time I see it. Every time I open that door, it's right opposite the door, and I'm just like, yeah, cheers. And unfortunately I can't cheers you because it's actually Tuesday morning. Like I say, I'm having to re-record the end of the video, and Tuesday morning, not really time for a glass of wine, but of all the archive footage I've got, I'm not short of a cheers. So I'm going to cheers you from previous me's, and I'll see you in episode 105, starting out 2 years, and hopefully there is another 2 years in it. What am I doing? Pretty much this. I'll see you later, chaps. Thank you.